Hello everyone, and welcome to another Bass Singer First Time Reaction and Analysis. My name is Peter Barber. I am primarily a professional opera singer, music producer, and bass vocalist. Today we're going to be checking out BTS's Tiny Desk concert. Now, I just did my first BTS video last week, their cover of Fix You, and I was hearing from a lot of the comments that it doesn't really showcase nearly all of their skills. And especially I found out there are 4 singers and 3 rappers. Did not know that, so that's a really cool element that I'm interested to see more of. Again, I have not had any experience with BTS until last week. I probably got about 100 suggestions to check out this Tiny Desk concert, and I love Tiny Desk concerts because it's a pretty raw experience. It's not a big production, it's a very intimate setting, so you can hear a lot of the nuance and detail in the vocalism and whatever's going to be happening with the band situation they have going on there as well. So we're going to check out that today. A very quick, exciting announcement. I've probably gotten 25 to 30 sponsorship offers for this channel over the last 3 or 4 months as it's really started to grow. And I have finally accepted one and am kind of negotiating a second and third one. So before we dive in today, I am going to give a quick message from them, and that is going to happen right now. Today's video is sponsored by Brevity. Brevity is a backpack company that makes both functional and super stylish backpacks. To use their words, insanely functional. And actually, I have to agree after giving it a test run over the past week. But today I just want to take you on a tour of the backpack and how I used it today as I went to the park and did some studying and some journaling. So check this out. First of all, we have a very nice, sleek place to keep a mug or a water bottle. Next, we have the main compartment of the backpack, which I used today to bring a book and an umbrella, just in case the storms come in. Next, we move on to the sleek back part of the bag, which could be used for a laptop, or for me today, an iPad used to study some music, and a journal, as I wanted to get some thoughts down on the page for some upcoming projects. Next, we have this front pocket, which today I used just to bring an apple and a couple protein bars, but there are a few sleeves in here. You could really use it for anything you want as long as it's something reasonably small. And the last part I want to highlight is this super cool feature where you can open up into the main compartment here for super quick access. All you do if you need quick access to these items, unzip, bam, right there. How easy is that? So basically what you're getting is a super functional and super stylish backpack at the same time. Not to mention, these Brevity backpacks have a lifetime warranty and over 5,000 5-star reviews. Go over to www.brevity.co/PeterBarber and use the code PeterBarber10 to get 10% off any of your orders. Huge shout out to Brevity for this sponsorship, and huge shout out to you guys for checking out these super high quality backpacks. I'll see you in the next one. Enjoy the video. So I hope you guys enjoyed that. That is a proud sponsor of this channel, and we'll see how all that develops going forward. Please like, please subscribe, help the channel grow. It's totally free, takes no time. And if you're really enjoying what I'm doing, if you're getting a lot out of these analyses, then consider donating my Patreon for as little as $1 a month. And by the way, if you're new to this channel, this is not just a reaction channel. I will be breaking down, going deep into vocal technique, musical arrangement, and all that good stuff as well. Now, it'll be interesting because I don't know these songs well, because I don't know this group yet, but just ye be warned. And given that this is a 14-minute video on its own, this video will very likely be broken up into at least 2 parts, probably 2 half-hour segments. So I can have the full time to do the analysis. I don't want to try and cram everything into a short window because, groups like this deserve time to break down what they're doing. Mega talents require time to really dig in. So here we go, guys. This is BTS's Tiny Desk concert. Let's do it. This singer here on the far right, more so than the others, is adopting that kind of breathy sound. You can just compare the two here. We've got the singer in the orange jacket and kind of purple sparkly microphone, a bit more vocal fold closure in that sound, compared to the singer on the right is clearly more breathy, and that is just a function of what the vocal folds are doing. An obvious higher level of breathiness in that sound.
Let's go. One more time. Okay, RM, let's go.
So I wonder if little parts like that moment almost looked like a lip sync. And this, I'm not saying this performance is lip sync, but sometimes groups will have some tracks already put down. Like I think the singer just was saying me's, and he kind of sings into the mic, but not really. See, like that looks like it's a pre-recorded track. Just that little background moment of save me. Because this singer, I mean, now I don't see if anyone else is singing it, so it could be that other singers in the group were singing that moment, and we're just seeing the camera of this one singer. But it's possible. It's totally a reasonable thing to do, and they did this on the Fix You cover as well, where there were some pre-recorded backing tracks that were gonna play regardless, and then these singers mostly take care of the solos, the leads in the live performance. This looked like a moment like that because you can see the sound quality doesn't change even though the microphone gets further and down and away from the body. The parts stay the same. So unless other people and the singers are doing it, it's possible there's some kind of background tracking happening, which just makes sense because, I mean, if you have, like most professionally recorded tracks have a bunch of multi-track happening, and that's just tough to, if not impossible, it is tough to take care of in a live performance. You might not even have all the voices you need. For instance, I'm in a group of 4 bass singers called the Bass Gang. I mean, our stuff would be impossible to perform live because there's 4 of us, and we have, sometimes 30, 40 voice tracks happening at one time. Obviously not possible in a live setting. So just an interesting comment on that.
Okay, RM, let's go. 고마워 내가 나에게 해줬어 내가 나에게 해줬어 이런 게 나에게 줬어 꼭 이토록 나에게 줬어 답답하도 나에게 줬어 꿈속에만 살던 날 깨워줬어 널 생각하면 나에게 없어 슬픔 따위 나에게 줬어.
Now his voice sounds more baritone. There's a lot. I don't know if I'd say baritone or bass. Kind of impossible to say without more context and more melodic vocalism, unless it was like mega low. But definitely a lower voice than the rest of the people in this group, as far as I can tell. There's also a cool little electric guitar solo happening underneath this rap section. It's a nice little addition. Yeah.
Thank you.
Oh, a little spoken section there as well. So those two, this orange jacket and the singer on the far right, seem to be taking.
저희가 또 세이미를 이렇게 오랜만에 부르게 되었네요.
On that song, they took the most of the leads there, and I assume all 4 singers are all lead singers. It's not like a lead singer of the group and then 3 background singers, but those 2 on that song had more of the lead vocals. Then we had, I think, at least 2 of the rappers jump in there. Okay, gonna skip forward again. Just because you guys won't care what I have to say about them saying things, that's not really the point. I'm gonna talk about the music, so let's get on to the music here.
The next one is Spring Day, and I believe as such difficult time like now we all are wishing for the spring day to come.
Yeah, buddy.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Let's go.
It's been the roughest summer ever. But we know that spring will come.
Really, really good English. And again, it's something I mentioned in the last video. I will always respect someone big time who is able to, I mean, just pronounce in a different language. That's what an opera singer is all about. We have to sound fluent, even if we aren't fluent in a language. Now, I assume these singers are all actually fluent in English, which is, you know, as someone who is just pretty much monolingual, like most Americans are. Fluency will come, generally, if you sing opera for long enough, but not fluent in anything else so far. But just pronunciation, just the diction. And this particular rapper is just, it's just very, very clear, intelligible English. So that's just something worth noting. I don't think people appreciate that enough, honestly.
But we know that spring will come. So let's go together.
Let's go.
Let's go.
보고 싶다 이렇게 말하니까 더 보고 싶다 너의 사진을 보고 있어도 보고 싶다 너무 약속한 시간 나는 우리가 밉다 이제 얼굴 한번 보는 것조차 힘들어진 우리가
여긴 온통 겨울뿐이야 8월에도 겨울이 와 마음은 시간이 달려가네 홀로 남은 설국 열차 네 손잡고 지구 반대편까지 가 겨울을 끝내고파 그리움들이 얼마나 눈처럼 내려 그 봄날이 올까
Cool. Okay, so we have a pretty light background happening again, starting with just some chords on the piano. We've got like a pretty light kind of cymbal ride, a little hi-hat happening on the drums. There's a little bit more synth. I think there was a little bass. No, basses are chilling. I spoke too soon. And then what's interesting about this rap, this like style of rapping here, is it doesn't have like specific pitches, but it's more melodic and it's more vocally engaged than a lot of rap you hear. A lot, rap can often be really speaky and choppy sounding. There's like almost a legato line of vocalism running through this rap section, which is just not something you hear often. So it's interesting. It's kind of like half singing, half rapping, not on specific pitches, but just like the way in which it's being delivered. Like you can hear like there's like a line of voice going through that instead of a chopped up kind of stereotypical rap style. Pretty cool. Pretty cool.
홀로 남은 설국 열차 네 손잡고 지구 반대편까지 가 겨울을 끝내고파 그리움들이 얼마나 눈처럼 내려 그 봄날이 올까
허공에 떠도는 긴 먼지처럼 작은 먼지처럼
So now we're in this is obviously I guess kind of their ballad like piece, you know, bringing it back a little bit, and then we can maybe expect them to go out with a bang on the last song. This singer on the right again. Love the voice, really a beautiful voice. And again, adopting just a hair more of that breathiness than you are hearing in a lot of the style of singing that the other singers are using. Although, as you can tell, as it ascends into the higher chest range, naturally the vocals do have to come together better to make those notes happen without flipping into a head voice or a falsetto. So you can tell just kind of on that last pitch, the vocal folds are like, huh, let's get it in gear so we can make it happen. Just watch that. Just I think the very last note this singer sings. That last pitch. That F4. That makes sense. That's about when the voice really needs to start engaging and not be breathy. Right there. Also, to invoke this is often done in ballads. There's almost like a moan thrown into the end of some of these words and phrases, which just kind of like adds to this feeling. You know, they were just talking about this kind of looking forward, or, you know, to the spring, to the good times coming. But, you know, when you're looking forward in a hopeful way, there's always the hint of the sadness. It's like how nostalgia is a happy emotion, but also a sad emotion because it's time's gone by. And it sounds to me like they're invoking this kind of moan feeling at the end of some of these phrases to kind of help with the ethos of that feeling, which is very fitting for a ballad, you know, to get emotionally engaged as well. So just an observation there. And used more by this singer in the currently singing in the Orange Jacket than was done by the previous two singers. I like that. I always like when there's a trade-off happening. Like in the first song, you had kind of a back and forth between rap and singing as it was presented. And then here you just have two singers kind of trading off on the solo. They're kind of passing the baton back and forth, maybe repeating the text. I obviously... Yes, to my American ear, I believe they are repeating... And, here we get to in the translation. To see you, to see you. So repeating the text back and forth. So instead of just one singer doing it over and over again, they're just keeping it a little interesting, keeping it fresh, and having it trade off between the two singers in this case. And, you know, they could have taken that one step further and passed it, you know, around the arc even more and split it up even more. But I like the choice to keep it, kind of share the love, share the solo. That's a great thing to do, and especially when you have a group as big as 7 people, which really is a large ensemble for this kind of music. Great to share it. Come on. Perfect. Okay, great example. Yes, confirmed. Listen to those woes. Those happening in the background are obviously multi-tracked ahead of time. People in the group are not singing those right now. You can tell both by the fact that no one is singing them and by the fact that they are in a totally different soundscape than this performance is. So just listen to those woes. Right here.
We miss Army.
So none of them are singing that. That is a pre-recorded backtrack that they have there.
네가 변한 건지
네가 변한 건지
아니면 내가 변한 건지
내가 변한
이
건지
순간 흐르는 시간조차 미워 우리가 변한 거지 뭐 모두가 그런 거지 그래 미안 네가 난 떠났지만 단 하루도 너 잊은 적이 없어 지난 솔직히 보고 싶을 때만 너지 그게 넌 원망하기보단 더럽지.
Oh my gosh, do you know the vibes I just got during that section? Black Eyed Peas, Where's the Love? This kind of like blend of like ballad, melody, singing, and rap. One of my favorite songs ever. That is the vibe I just got, chills, during that rap section. Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome.
그게 넌 원망하기보단 더럽지. 널 풀어내본다 연기처럼 하얀 연기처럼
말로는 지운다 해도
This is great, and they built this up really nicely. Like I said in the beginning, just like a little piano, light hi-hat, no bass, and they start out, one soloist at a time. And here we got a lot of trade-off happening. We've got heavy drums happening. We've got piano doing more action. We've got a bass guitar happening. We've got some synths happening up top as well. And it's all kind of coming together, They start off with this nice intimate ballad, breathy singing. That's the saying, like, the getting, that's like the kind of sad nostalgia, a little bit hopeful, but, tentatively so. And then by the end, it's like we're hyped now. It's like spring is coming. We're in good vibes. Like we're getting out of this pandemic, like that kind of feeling. And it of course it's built up in the right way, in a really good way, as there's instruments added and voices added, and the voices getting higher, and there's more high chest belting, and the rappers jumping in. Really cool. Just well structured. That's what it is. Well structured, and of course well sung. Back to English. Back to Korean. That's a pretty classic move used. Not the switching languages, but the big chorus section. Like what you think could be the end of the song. It's got so much hype going on. And then it pulls back for a second, and then it just hits you with another big one right after that. And it's a way to kind of prolong this beautiful moment that's happening, what I would consider to be the climax of this song, and perhaps even this concert. We're less than 2 minutes from the end, which is not enough time for them to do another song. So I imagine this is how they're going to finish it. So yeah, let's see. Again, the nice, I just love pointing out this contrast between voices, because you can have singers of the same voice type singing in the same vocal range with radically different sounds. It's because the human voice is so unique, each and every one. And so the singer here, who's currently singing with the purple sparkle mic, and the orange jacket, and over here with the kind of golden sparkle mic and the more floral pattern on the shirt, just radically different voices singing the same notes, maybe even singing the same words for part of the time. It's pretty cool to just hear how different voices can be, even when singing the same kind of stuff. That's a nice example of a pretty obvious flip up into a light falsetto. There it is. So E flat 4, and then for that C5, tenor high C, and that B flat 4. So this chest voice, and then pretty clear light falsetto. Oh, I played it A natural, and that sounded really crunchy. Hold up. There we go. Oh, wait, what's happening there? I wasn't really thinking about the bass line. And then something interesting happens.
추운 겨울 끝을 지나 다시 봄날이 올 때까지
Oh, yeah. Okay. Very cool. Do, 4 major. And then we go to 4 minor, I think. So, I love that. Listen to the bass line go from do, and then it stays there, but it's a major chord. And then the next chord is and there's a minor in there. I love a major 4 to minor 4. It's a great. I love that. Let's see if that's actually what happens. I think so. There's a lot happening, but I think it does go major 4 to minor 4, A flat major to A flat minor for that 4th chord, 3rd to 4th chord transition. Very cool. Okay, and then we're getting to this, clearly the final section, where now it's no longer words, now it's just singing the woes. Another classic, kind of way to extend a song is add another chorus section, big chorus section, and take out the words and just start doing woes and ahs and stuff like that. I love this drum fill, though, was killer before this last section. That was so sick. Oh, right in the middle of it. Oh, and then it cuts out for a split second right there at the end before the voices come back in. Love it.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you.
That was awesome.
And thank you for joining us, everyone. Thanks for having us, Tiny Desk Concert.
Thank you, our dear army, as always. Miss you all.
The BTS Army.
BTS.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
That was so good and just a way better showcase of what they can do and what they offer as a group than the Fix You cover. The Fix You cover was fine, it was nice singing, but nothing creative. As I found out, that was their goal. Their goal, of course, I mean, that was obviously, they were staying true to the original, totally fine, but doesn't showcase their talents. I mean, they're a radically different group from Coldplay in so many ways, and so it's really nice to see them showcase that here. So guys, that was part 2 of this first time reaction and analysis to the BTS Tiny Desk concert. Very much enjoyed. This is a much better view of what the group can do, and I expect I'll be doing more videos and listening to them more on my own time. I think there's a lot of talent here and very unique. So that's it, guys. Thanks for checking it out, and I'll see you for the next one. Bye.